This was not just another diplomatic meeting. This was a power move on the world stage. The future of Gaza dominated global headlines, and the stakes could not be higher. United States President Donald Trump hosted the inaugural Board of Peace meeting. Leaders, generals, and diplomats filled the chamber. Outside, protesters demanded justice and Palestinian representation. Inside, history seemed ready to shift. Trump opened with a dramatic announcement. He committed $10 billion for Gaza Reconstruction. He revealed countries pledged $7 billion more. He confirmed troop commitments for stabilization operations. The room fell silent at the scale. Trump declared Gaza Reconstruction must be decisive. He said security must come before rebuilding. He warned chaos would sabotage humanitarian efforts. He insisted militant groups must be neutralized. He directly criticized Hamas for blocking peace efforts. Hamas quickly rejected the proposal publicly. It refused foreign troop presence in Gaza. It demanded full Israeli withdrawal first. It insisted resistance would continue otherwise. Meanwhile, the State of Israel continues military operations. Airstrikes and ground offensives persist across Gaza. Civilian casualties continue to rise. Infrastructure destruction expands daily. International observers cite potential violations. Global outrage intensifies with each escalation. Israel defends its actions strongly. Officials cite security threats and hostages. They accuse Hamas of using civilians as shields. They insist operations target militants only. Then came the military blueprint. An International Stabilization Force was unveiled. The ISF hopes to reach 20,000 soldiers. General Jasper Jeffers outlined deployment phases clearly. Forces will first deploy to Rafah. Rafah becomes the initial stabilization hub. Troops will later expand across 5 sectors. Each sector will have coordinated security command. Indonesia made a major commitment. Indonesia pledged 8,000 troops. Indonesia will serve as deputy commander. This signals significant Asian participation. Security corridors will protect humanitarian convoys. International police units will support enforcement. Monitoring teams will oversee ceasefire compliance. Command structures remain under negotiation. The reconstruction vision is equally ambitious. The board plans to build 100,000 homes in Rafah. $5 billion is dedicated to infrastructure. Water, electricity, and hospitals are priorities. After Rafah, expansion will accelerate. The total goal reaches 400,000 homes. Financial pledges followed Trump's announcement. Qatar pledged $1 billion. Qatar confirmed support for the mission publicly. Other Gulf states signaled reconstruction backing. Yet not everyone joined enthusiastically. Several European allies declined formal participation. Officials from France raised structural concerns. Leaders in Germany requested United Nations oversight. The government of United Kingdom avoided full endorsement. Why did Trump's European allies hesitate? They questioned the clarity of troop mandates. They worried about legal obligations. They feared deeper regional escalation. They demanded stronger Palestinian representation guarantees. They preferred broader multilateral frameworks. The United Nations called for immediate ceasefire. UN officials warned famine risks are growing. They demanded unrestricted humanitarian access urgently. Outside the summit, protests intensified dramatically. Demonstrators chanted for Palestinian inclusion. They argued no concrete plan exists without Palestinians. They warned imposed solutions would collapse. They accused global leaders of sidelining voices. Trump defended the board's urgency forcefully. He said delay equals more suffering. He insisted bold leadership is necessary. He framed the board as historic intervention. Critics remain deeply skeptical. They question governance structures and oversight. They warn about long-term foreign presence risks. They ask who controls Gaza politically. They demand transparent accountability mechanisms. Meanwhile, Hamas maintains its stance. It rejects foreign stabilization forces completely. It calls the board politically biased. It demands lifting blockades first. Key takeaways from the meeting are powerful. $10 billion marks major American commitment. $7 billion more shows international backing. 20,000 troops signal security ambition. Indonesia's role reshapes command dynamics. Rafah becomes ground zero for reconstruction. 400,000 homes define scale. European hesitation exposes diplomatic fractures. Israel's continued attacks complicate diplomacy severely. Palestinian representation remains unresolved. The Board of Peace now faces reality. Funding must translate into rapid action. Troops must deploy without escalating tensions. Ceasefire negotiations must intensify immediately. Humanitarian corridors must expand urgently. Gaza stands at a defining moment. Reconstruction could transform the region. Failure could deepen instability dramatically. The world is watching closely. Will the ISF stabilize Rafah first? Will Israel halt its operations? Will Hamas reconsider resistance strategy? Will European allies eventually join? This is more than diplomacy. This is a test of global leadership, and the outcome will shape history. Stay informed for continuous updates. Subscribe now for deeper global analysis.